like the moon and the sun.
What I do?
Been a fool too long, I guess it's time.
You will so stain me with your makeup.
My people, wetting 2026. Wow, what is going on? I just don't even know what to say. First of all, welcome to my channel at Lola Superstar World. I'm back again with another video. Do you know what? It's so strange. It was literally 7 months ago. I did a video about Peggy, Avera, and our film landlord, Leonardo and Frederick. Our film landlord, African giant, not African giant, but in terms of the film Nollywood industry, he's doing wonders. And it's just so sad to see like two heavyweights within the Nollywood movie industry go through such devastating troubles in their marriage. We've been speculating for a while. When I did my video 7 months ago, it was a speculation about their marriage. There was so many rumors going on, and it was sad rumors. It wasn't rumors for me as gossip. It was more sad. It was sad. Like they've known each other for a long time. Not are they both pioneers in their own rights within the Nollywood industry, but they've been dating for more or less 10 years. You know, they've known each other for a long time. They've been in and out of their relationship, but more or less 10 years before they got married, they were together. You know, they've been married almost 4 years now, but people saying around about 2 years into the marriage, some people will even say as soon as they did their traditional wedding, wahala, people are already beginning to see some strange things that you wouldn't see in a newlywed. Like the beginning of the marriage is meant to be the honeymoon. It's fresh, it's new. You're meant to be on glee mode. You're just meant to be, you know, celebrating each other's love. How come things go so frosty in the beginning? And according to rumors, speculations, that from the get-go, there were speculations. And by the time I did my video, which was 7 months ago, people were saying they were almost separated. I think when I did my video, Peggy had done another Christmas by herself. She celebrated Christmas by herself. She wasn't with her husband. She was a newlywed. And her husband had already, according to speculations, I'll say allegedly, was going on holiday with another woman. How are you a whole married man and you're going on holiday with another woman? What can you say? There's nothing that you can say that can make us think it's okay. You know, so that's what was going on 7 months ago. And now here we are after their amazing wedding. Hey,
I saw a man that is not a womanizer. And most importantly, that is why I stayed for this long, babe. Please don't change.
That was our sister girl Peggy on her wedding day, her traditional wedding day. And I would like to add to you, they only did a traditional wedding. They didn't do, well, according to speculations, I'll say allegedly, according to rumors, they only did a traditional wedding. They didn't go ahead and do their white wedding. I don't know if they signed legal papers. And even that in itself, that was telling. You've known each other for 10 years. Why would you only want to marry her traditionally? Why do you not want to formally go ahead and officially do the white wedding and let everything be legal? Is it because you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out? We do not know. But even from that alone, especially for two people, it's not that they are short of cash. You know, Frederick, he is the Lord, well, one of the goats in the Nollywood film industry. They're not short for cash, and she's doing pretty well herself. So this should have been a Niger celebration, or more big boy wedding. You know, it would have been the wedding of the century, or the wedding of the year, you know, with the kind of stature and, you know, and kind of influence that both of them are together. But why would you just settle with just but why would you just settle for a traditional wedding? And then there's also other rumors, because they've been dating each other for a while, they've known each other for a while. I think from Frederick Leonard's side, I think he was getting pressured from family to get married. And obviously Peggy, you know, with Peggy, she'd been in her prime. They've known each other for 10 years. She wasn't getting any younger. So was it pressure? Was it love? Was it obligation? We don't know, but it just seems like the wedding was done to please a lot of other people. And yeah, the cracks were showing from not long after the traditional, which is so sad, because people fail to remember a wedding It's a covenant. You know, you don't just do it just because, oh, my mum's nagging me. No, it's a covenant. It's a covenant between you and God. The Bible says when a man a man would leave his mother and father and come one with a woman. When a husband finds a wife, he finds a good thing. Marriage is a covenant between the husband, the wife, and God. God should be in the center of every marriage. You don't just do this on the whim, you know. And marriage is two people coming together in love. Yes, there's submission for a woman. A man should love his wife. A woman should submit to her husband. But when you have the both of them together, it is an equal partnership. Marriage is a holy sacrament. God does not play with marriage. One of the 10 commandments is thou shalt not commit adultery. Being sexually immoral, being sexually undisciplined with your body, there's a consequence for that. Adulterous, fornicators, they will all be in the lake of fire. So women have a responsibility. We as human beings, we have a responsibility to have self-control, discipline, and we have to steward the body that God has given us. Through the holy sacrament of marriage, that's when sexual relations can take place. God created that out of beauty, out of joy, out of pleasure, of two people married, husband and wife, coming together to enjoy and share the celebration of their love. And by the grace of God, with prayer, you'll be blessed with the fruit of the womb to produce beautiful babies. God says, be fruitful and multiply. And this is meant to come through the holy sacrament of a marriage. God doesn't play with marriage. God will not be mocked, and the wedding bed is not meant to be defiled. So it's sad. It's sad as a married person, as a woman. It's sad to hear this. It's sad. I would have loved to have come 7 months later after my first video and to say, oh, yes, they were having issues, but things have worked out. They're moving towards coming together. They're working on their marriage. They're praying. They're going through counseling. They're going through healing. They're coming together. It breaks my heart to see this. It breaks my heart that once again, Peggy once again has celebrated another Christmas by herself without her husband. And I think this recent Christmas that has gone past and her wedding post that she, the pictures that she put up once again of celebrating Christmas alone by herself, is one of the things that has triggered the outrage because this is not right. You're not meant to be married to be alone. If you are alone on a holiday like this, where is your husband? Hey! Well, there's been a lot of speculations that he's been spending a lot more of his time with his co-star. Oh yes, with his co-star. Frederick Leonard starred in the movie My Wife, My Property with his co-star Sari Martini. And there's been a lot of speculation about his relationship with her and his relationship with a countless of so many other women. The word on the street is, I would say allegedly, and this is speculation, but the word on the street is that our brother, Mr. Leonard, and I'll say allegedly, the word on the street is that he's a shower. Hey, that means in English terms, he's for the streets, his community. Even though he's a married man and he has a wife, he's for the streets. He's giving it out to everybody. You get a slice, you get a slice, you get a slice, which is totally ungodly. It's unrighteous, it's unholy, and it betrays the sanctity of a marriage. But here Frederick Leonard with his co-star Sari, and he tends to do a lot of movies where he plays the love interest of so many different women. And the word on the street is, we don't know if this is true, but yeah, basically a lot of other women has been taking up his time. That's why he's mixed. Even though he got married, it's like his game or his multiple options never really changed. It never changed. He just got married to him. Well, according to the word on the street, it was just a tick on the to-do list, and it's business as usual with him, with his life or how he lives his life. And unfortunately for their sister. Word on the street is that our sister girl Peggy, word on the street is that she is moving on. She's moving on. She's done with what is going on in her marriage. And there's even speculation that she may be engaged. There may be a new man in her life, not just a new man, but she may be getting engaged and be getting married again. I'm like, wetting. I don't even know what to say. Once again, allegedly, this is more of a speculation. We'll be giving you updates on this story. But what I would like to know, how do you feel about this? What do you feel? I mean, what I would say, two wrongs don't make a right, number one. Number two, I understand it. This has been going on for a while. They've been married maybe almost 4 years now, right? 3 years plus, almost 4 years now. And it looks like since they've been married, they've been living separate lives, or there's been strain. It doesn't look like they've enjoyed their marriage at all, let alone have a partnership. But the word on the street, as I said earlier before, Frederick has gained a reputation of being an ashawo, literally for the streets. It's been a case that he's been doing this before the marriage, and he's still doing it now. Apparently, this is which is what has now caused the demise of the marriage. But now, yeah, our sister girl is engaged. But what do you feel? Because do you know what? Their standards. The standard that we should be living our life in is righteousness, and that is across all corners. That is for everyone, both male and female, whether you're in the right or you're in the wrong, whether you've been cheated upon or not. And this is not a judgment or affliction on our girl. She's gone through a lot. Based on all the rumors and everything that has been going on. Do you know what I mean? No one gets married to be abandoned. You find yourself abandoned, you find your partner cheating, you find your partner not wanting to work in partnership with you, not wanting to reconcile, being loud and proud in their sin and not really wanting to change. So it does put you in a peculiar situation. That's why in the Bible it says, if a man divorces his wife except for on the grounds of fornication or infidelity, he causes her to commit adultery. That's what the Bible says. The Bible also says any man that marries a divorced woman commits adultery. So now, where does this leave our sister girl Peggy? The Bible says once you are a widow, because when you marry, you make an oath. The oath is for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, through sickness, through health, to death do us part. And the last time I remember, an oath is an oath. You make an oath on your marriage. I mean, during the marriage ceremony. Yes, they didn't do their white wedding, but an oath was still made. You got married in the presence of friends and family, in the presence of God. You went into a holy sacrament. So it's hard. So, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment. I really want to hear it. I would definitely have to do another video breaking this down and just to gather your feedback more. What do you do in a situation when you've been abandoned? And I'm saying, what do you do? I mean, the Bible already kind of gives you its decree. The Bible does recognize in a case of infertility, there is a grounds for separation, but there is a grounds for divorce or a separation, but it's on the grounds that maybe the two will separate with the hope that there could be reconciliation in the future. Jesus is about love and peace, unity. It's not about creating different situationships or triangles. If you're in an oath and you become one with your partner, your husband, how do you now enter into something else? Are those oaths gone just because the law says it's okay? Just because this sinful world that we live in and their laws say it's okay to separate? What's going on spiritually? So my people, look, let me know. I want to hear your thoughts, comments, your views in the comment section. Let me know, and I'll be following this up with a story as to what our sister girl should do. Should we be celebrating or should we be caution? I am definitely on the side of caution. Caution. I feel for her. Like, I don't believe anyone gets married to be divorced 4 years later, especially when it happens so publicly, but we always have to stand by righteousness.
I begin to